In this video, we're going to go through some of the pros and cons of living in the Tampa, Florida area. Stick around. I'm Sam. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, we're making videos all the time about what it's like to live, work, and play in Tampa, Florida. If you're moving here, if you're visiting here, if you just want to know what it's like, check out all of our videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so that every time we do a new video, it's coming straight to you. I am a licensed realtor here in Florida. If you have real estate specific questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Right now on the screen, you see the phone number and email where you can reach me. Please call, text, email, anytime. Love to talk. All right, let's get into some of the pros and cons. If you're like me, you love reviews. I'm buying something on Amazon or I'm going to a restaurant and I wanted to look at the reviews. But I really want to look at the negative reviews. I want to know if something that bothered somebody else is going to bother me. Normally I read the reviews and I'm like, that's not that big of a deal. I'll still buy it or I'll still go there, whatever it is. But it's always the negative voices that are the loudest. Let's save the cons for the end. Pro number one, the weather. The weather in Tampa is beautiful. Of course, it's pretty warm in the summer. I like it warm, but it's also pretty nice in the winter. Right now it's December. I went for a run earlier in shorts and a long sleeve t-shirt. There were some people wearing hats and scarves, but it was low 60s and really, really nice. Of course, being closer to the water, you do get some of that nice breeze when it's hot, and there's a lot of things to do outside because the weather's so nice, because people want to be out in the weather. And people move here because of that exact reason. They want to be somewhere warm, they want to be somewhere comfortable. Number two, growth. The area is growing fast. I talked to my father-in-law, he's 70 years old, he's lived here his whole life. I mean, he has stories and stories and stories about how it's grown. But even in the past few years that I've been visiting here and living here, I've seen it grow so much. And it's growing in every direction. It's growing in every way. So it's going to keep getting better. It's going to keep improving. The roads are going to get better. Schools are going to get better. The shopping, the outdoor entertainment, the downtown kind of feels in different areas are growing and developing. And you can experience that growth too if you're here. Number three, the size. Tampa is a really nice size. You have the big city feel in a lot of areas, but you also have pretty small towns in the midst of it that actually do feel like small towns. The area overall is a little over 3 million people. You have a nice big airport, you have the big city kind of feel, but you do get that small town vibe on the different beaches and the different little downtown areas, and every little area is trying to have its own little draw. And there is a nice vibe in all those different areas. Number four, pro number four, the people. People are coming here like crazy. All this growth, it's one of these spots where everybody's wanting to move to. And there's a lot of people from other places. So every single one of my clients right now has relocated from California, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Colorado. People are coming here. And so those people are going to want to get involved. They're going to want to, do things with the community. They're going to be excited about the area. If you're moving here, you're just joining in with those people, and they're excited about living here. They're excited about getting out to the beaches. We have a little toddler, so we're excited about all the parks. We're excited about all the outdoor activities that are so accessible in every little town. Even in the greater Tampa area, there's so much of that. It's so easy to get to. It's so affordable. There's so much you can do for really cheap or free. We go for the free stuff a lot of the time. Now, the cons, the negative. And they are the exact same as the pros, the positive. Number one, weather. It's hot in the summer. It really is. And, there's months and months, that sounds so imminent. Let's say there's 4 or 5 months where you've got the air conditioner running a lot. That can get expensive. I was a little shocked when we first moved here from Colorado how expensive that can be. And our house is kind of older. We need some insulation upgrades. Even though it's hot, being so close to the water, you get nice breeze. There's a lot of things to do outside that you can be in a swimsuit. You can have, I don't know how to even say, like you can have very little clothes on. That sounds so like risque, but I think you get what I mean. You're coming here to go to the beach. You're coming here to get out on the jet skis, get out on the boat, go look for seashells. All that stuff is a blast, and you want it to be hot when you're doing that. You don't want it to be cold when you're doing that. So here I started talking about how negative the hot weather is, and I turned to talking about how positive it is. You can see I like it. I like that it's warm. If you want to be somewhere warm, this is your spot. Number 2, growth. Because it is growing currently and hasn't already grown, it's not the big city that you would experience in some other places. It is still developing. The roads still need some work. Traffic can be pretty bad, commute times. And that's just something you have to think about when you're choosing where to live in the area. If you're working in downtown Tampa and you're looking at your commute radius, and it's not just a straight circle of like it takes this amount of time to get to the middle. Because the highways just aren't set up that well yet, you have to really think about that if you're coming here from a different place, especially from a city that's more set up for commute times and things like that. Number 3, size. With those commute times, it can feel big. If it is a big city, if you're not like going to the same grocery store every time, people down here really love Publix. If you're not going to the same Publix every time, you're probably not going to see the same people. And some people like that, some people don't. I grew up in a really small town in Oklahoma, so this area feels pretty big to me. You know, it's 3 million people. It's not a very big metro area, but it is big. Con number 4, the people. Since people are moving here so much from other states, from other areas, it doesn't have as much of a native feel. It is just kind of like everyone's from somewhere else. If that's something that's going to bother you, then this might not be the right place. Going back to my father-in-law, he's lived here his whole life, 70 plus years. And he is proud of it. The people that were born and raised here are really proud of it, but they're few and far between nowadays. And that's just how it is. New people are moving here. Eventually, we'll probably be saying the same thing, and the cycle keeps going on. But there's not as much of like a native vibe. You know, you go to some places and it seems like everyone grew up there. I guess that's what my hometown feels like. This isn't that place. This is a lot more diverse. It's a lot more of a city feel. It's a lot more melting pot kind of a vibe. If you like that, you'll like it here. All right, those are some pros and cons. I know I tricked you a little bit. They're all the same. It just depends what you're looking for and what you like. Either way, I think you'll love the area. Tampa is a beautiful city. All the surrounding cities are so fun. If you're thinking about visiting, thinking about moving, please call, text me, email me. I'd love to hear from you. Love to help you, learn a little bit more about some of these areas. Please check out the other videos on our channel by subscribing, liking, and hitting that little notification bell just to make sure you know when we come out with new videos. If you're a local, I'd love to hear from you too. Please comment down below. Let me know what town you live in the Tampa area. Let me know your favorite restaurants, your favorite things to do in your town, your favorite parks, all that. I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you next time.